All right, this is estimation practice number 3. If you have the companion assignment, we are going to be adding and subtracting, but the first 3 problems we're going to do are subtraction. So that's all we'll have on this video is just some subtraction practice. So for all of these, we are going to round to the nearest hundreds. All right, so we're going to start out with number 1, 485 minus 175. Now, what I've noticed a lot of students doing is actually completing the actual problem first and then rounding their answer. Well, that makes no sense. The whole reason that we round and the whole reason that we estimate is to make the math easier and faster. All right, so I don't want you to even put the actual answer. I just want us to round, and then we're going to do the subtraction to get our estimated answer. Okay? So we're going to start with our 485. So when I round 485, I'm going to do this at the bottom so I can do it a little bit bigger. So when I round my 485, I'm rounding to the hundreds place. So I have to look at the place just to the right of it, which is my tens place. I like to circle it because that reminds me that I'm going to change that and every number past it to a 0. So 8 is more than 5. It's 5 or more. So I'm going to go up on my 4 by 1. So my 485 ends up rounding to 500. All right, let's do the 175. So for 175, same process as before. I'm rounding to the hundreds place on all of these. I'm going to look at the tens place. The value of my tens place, it's a 7. So that is 5 or more. So I'm going to raise the score again. So my 175 rounds to 200. And then I complete the subtraction problem, 500 minus 200, which is 300. So again, we want to make this as easy as possible. Okay, let's go on to number 2. So number 2 is 936 minus 243. So again, we're not going to find the actual answer. I'm just going to round these two numbers and come up with an estimated answer. So let's start with the 936. We're rounding to the hundreds. I'm going to look back at my tens. In my tens place, there's a 3, so that's 4 or less, so I'm going to let my 9 rest. So my 936 is going to round to 900. All right, 243 is my next one. Again, rounding to the hundreds place. Going to look at my tens place. The 4 is 4 or less, so I'm going to let my 2 rest. And so my 243 rounds to 200. Then I just complete my subtraction problem. 900 minus 200 gives me 700. All right, we're going to do number 3 is our last one for this video, not the last one for the assignment if you're working on it. 757 minus 188. Again, I don't want the actual answer. We're estimating. So let's round 757 first. We're rounding to the hundreds. So I'm going to look at the tens place to see what I need to do. The 5 is 5 or more, so I'm going to raise the 7 to an 8, and so my 757 rounds to 800. 188, same process. I'm rounding to the hundreds place. Rounding to the hundreds place, so I'm going to look back at my tens place, which is an 8. I'm going to put that 1 over here again since it kind of disappeared. So the 8 is 5 or more, so I'm going to raise the 1 to a 2. So my 188 rounds to 200. So 800 minus 200 gives me 600.